Hi everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Um, I hashtagged a lot of people and there's a reason, but I'm not gonna be that long. I know they're like, oh my God, we seen your face all day. I know. I seen my face all day. So I wanted to give a big shout out to a lot of people. Carrie Lake, keep running your race. Marjorie Taylor Greene, keep doing what you're doing. And to the one with my name, Kimberly Guilford, um, and Laura Trump. I don't want to say Laura Trump. Um, I finally remembered you guys. Y'all were in the back of my brain, and I was like, "Ah, I can't remember them all. But I love you guys. One black person to one white person. I love you guys. I'm just making jokes, but that doesn't mean that I'm being racially funny with them. In a good way, I am, not a bad way. I've heard some racially bad stuff, but that's my way of relating to you guys. To be technically honest, I'm 7.8% Caucasian. um, I I'm a lot of races, but I'm majority black. I have my black footprint. And speaking of being black, I would like to give a big shout out to Donald Trump because he understands the communities of the United States and beyond. He understands the racial inequalities that African Americans go through. He understands the values it takes to build this nation back up as an A-rated nation, a thriving nation, an eco-friendly nation, a nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Why do we say that and we don't forgot about it? We don't forgot about that saying. We've been saying that for years, half a century to a century, if not longer. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, why haven't we been practicing what we preach? So, that's my feelings. That's just my opinion. But, please, y'all that are watching me right now, I'm not asking right now for you to vote for me as President of the United States of America. What I am asking is for you to acknowledge me now and tell your friends about me now, because I'm not going to stop running. I'm going to study this whole sectional grid system we call Earth until 2020, 2032. And I'm going to learn as much as I can about people around me. And I'm going to do something that no other president done. And that's run my race virtually as a whole. See, they travel. These presidents have the money to travel to different states, fly to different states on the brink of a dime. Me, I can afford I can afford life. And that's costly in itself. So what I can afford to do is pay for my rent, pay for this computer, pay for everything so I can reach out to you guys. That's a lot of driving. And put my shows on almost every platform there is in the United States and beyond. That's how I'm going to get my message across to you guys. You know, um, And that will take me to 2032. I hate that I didn't get to say it on a Creative Nomad show, but I wanted to, everything that I said on the Creative Nomad show was very truthful and needed to be said. That's a part of me that's spiritually never going away. So I think I said the right things tonight. I think I did the right thing. Speaking of right things, I thought I did the right thing by editing my baby on this computer. It edited, but it won't transfer as a readable file, which means I had to re-edit their project on my Apple. This is crazy. And it's not the computer, it is the software. The software to every basic computer, from a Dell to whatever. I'm not saying Dells are bad, it's what software, editing software, we put onto that laptop that's already pre-installed, standard pre-installed. So let's say I didn't have any other computer and I sat up there and edited the video and couldn't get through. I could literally not even play the segment for you guys. And I apologize for that. But I will be running my race virtually. Virtually. Virtually, you'll see me until I get on high-end radio stations and high-end television stations. I feel like this is necessary. This is necessary to pick up where Trump is going to leave off. I'm going to make sure that I try my best to put him to be a contributor to put him back into the office. I want to see him back in the office. And if that means, like I said, since everyone else is quietly running their races, using their money to make themselves famous, I'm going to use my resources to help me gain momentum. And I know I would never make it to the finals, but I'm putting in, this ain't no joke. I'm not saying I'm running and then August come or September come and I don't run. I am running. I am running this marathon. And not many Black women have done this before. Real Black women. Real Black women that are veterans, that are honorably discharged, and that has mental health issues, shall we say. I want to make sure I make that very clear. If I ever get into a debate and they were to ask me, you have too many issues, and they throw up some BS about my past, I'm going to say, well, if you can't accept me as president, then that means God won't accept me when I die. I'm okay to go to heaven, but I'm not okay to be president. Everybody has ups and downs. Let's make this very, very clear. Everybody has ups and downs. Everybody has things that they go through, whether rich, poor, or middle class. I talked about it on the Creative Nomad show today. If we sit up there and, I'll say this, and then I'm going to get off of here. Here we go. I want to help people. I want to help people. And I want to build my genre on virtually navigating through these United States and beyond, through the United States and beyond, navigate and virtually run my race as president of the United States by 2032. Nobody that's a Black woman has ever done that before. Nobody has been interviewed on multiple podcasts. Nobody endorses themselves to run for president. I think I'm going to get on the Podcast Business News Network so I can promote myself with a solid episode in BBS radio. That's what I was supposed to talk about. So I can't get off here. What my plans are for the month, the week, and then the month. So, my friends and family, good family, not bad family. And I'm not talking about bug related. So, to my family out there, my virtual family, should I say it? I should have said it in the nicest way, say virtual family. But anyway, this week is going to be a tough week, but I can make it. It is the 24th in China. It is the 23rd and a half, or 3/4, you might as well say over here. And it's actually the 24th on the East Coast. Y'all are in the future, but it's still under 12 o'clock here. And it's way in the past in California. And then it's way, way in the past in Hawaii. But the future, I am going to hunker down and edit and study and do what I need to do in order to get prepared for the following week. The following week, I am going to get hooked up with BBS Radio. The following week, I'm going to get hooked up with the Podcast Business News Network, continue editing my videos on, I have to actually call the Now Network. I have to call all my networks tomorrow. So everything is in the process and running its course towards being edited. My video that I edited and showed y'all how I edited on different software that I taught myself. But what I want to do is come up with a pattern where I edit videos on the weekend and do my homework on the weekdays. I have nothing stopping me. I have everything to gain, and I'm taking 2 classes per semester. And on top of taking 2 classes per semester, I want to monitor my progress in these classes. And I want you all to be a part of it, like you all are a part of my editing and a part of my network. So what I mean by that is I'm going to do classes on my class presentation and homework. That is a show in itself. That keeps me motivated. That keeps y'all wanting to know how I'm doing it. And that's keeping the process of positivity flowing. Isn't that educational, LinkedIn? LinkedIn, like, oh God, here she go. No, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find her. Oh yeah, and let's see. One last thing. One last thing. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I have Manhattan Public Radio, Manhattan, New York. I am going to submit tonight before 12 o'clock the shows to Santa Maria. And there is a segment planned on Santa Maria Community Television Network. I forgot which one is planned, but I got an email from Steven. Thank you, Steven. You get 2 salutes. He's like, oh God. It was an honor to interview you, Steven. You know, your mission statement still, I have to say this. We choose our paths, and you chose to be a producer all those years in Santa Maria. You brought pretty good segments. You bought a segment. No, I'm just kidding. You bought pretty good segments, if not excellent, if not superior segments to the show. You are now the director and you run Santa Maria Community Television Network. And Alan Stevens or Stephen Allens or Alan, I forgot his name. Alan left. and it's Steven. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get off of here because my senses are telling me to get off of here. But this is like a pretty cool show today because what I'm going to do is I'm switching computers. And what I'm going to do is show you guys better than I can tell you a certain segment I'm going to edit, but not before I edit Tess Varaga's production. Now, the reason why I'm not editing his video next per se is because I was at the Lovely Tap Television and Radio Company. Big shout out to Tap Radio. I have to call you guys and see how I have to, like all my production companies, I have to make a note of it to call all you guys tomorrow to continue the segments being run. So I want to give a big shout out to you all. And I want to give a big shout out to Santa Barbara, their television network. Thank you to the executive, the main honcho. I'm not talking about the executive producer. I'm talking about the guy who wrote me in dire circumstances. Whether I'm giving you my money or not, you didn't have to think about me, but you thought about me. And I appreciate that. Business is business, but you still thought about me. Thank you to Manhattan Network for calling me. Thank you to so many networks for calling me. I got so many messages, but I've been online with you guys engaged. And I hope I enlighten the mind today, whether young or old. You know what I want to see in podcasting? I want to see a genre of older people, 90 and older. If they can graduate at 90, they can operate at 90. Podcasts showing how they succeeded over 90 years on this earth, right? A podcast about the older generation being 90 years old. I want to see a 90-year-old of every race join and make podcasts for younger generations to gain their knowledge. That would be cool. My other invention, I said, duel of the hair wars. Now, you're like, we done seen a lot of hair shows, but not like this. This should be on Bravo or E or whatever next to the Bad Girls Club. So it will be in 3 categories. I hope to get NBC attention. I hope to get Sky News attention. I hope to get everybody attention on this. 3 parts: lower class, upper class, and middle class. Now, I know y'all like, what does that have to do with hair? But it's a contest. We're going to take people from lower class that does hair. It's 2 ways to know how to do hair. Either you grew up doing hair or you went to school. We're going to take lower, middle, and upper. Lower class, go to school, whether they went to school or not, we're going to monitor them in 2 split categories of 3. So you got somebody from the lower class who grew up, that's 20, that learned how to do hair on their own, braiding, eccentric hairstyles. And then you got another 20-year-old that went to school and got major attention at hair shows. Now, they are to complete 8 tasks within an 8-week period. Different hairstyles that anybody can do, but it's challenging, but a purebred hairstylist that knows what they're doing. The basic fundamentals of how to keep it straight, how to curl it, whatever, can complete these challenges. And I really want a show like that. I really want the producers, if you're out there, make that show. And when I laugh, y'all gonna be like, yeah. But think about how educational that would be. three separate categories. Who do y'all think would win? You know, we never know. We never know. And then they in one house together. That's how they do it. They stress them out with gossip and basic gossip. Nothing like, because I heard back in the day that some producers get their clients in on the business that the other clients are saying about them. But this won't be that kind of show. This won't be making a band kind of show. I'm shutting down the studio. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do a simple show where it's basic lower class, middle class, and upper class, split into two categories of lower class, upper class, and middle class. That is basically the hair techniques, whether you go to school or whether you learn from scratch. I know women that learn from scratch, that know how to do hair, whatever the race, better than people that went to school, right? So that would be an interesting subject. It would be a very interesting thing to do. And NBC pick up on it. So now I have one last thing to say. I'm shutting down the studio and I'm gonna leave y'all with this segment if y'all willing to watch it. For y'all to watch. I'm gonna play it live because I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna play it live. When I get off of here, I'm gonna replay it. I'm not gonna copy and paste. I'm gonna make a segment for that, and I'm gonna run it live because I want y'all to see the talent in Tap TV. I never want to leave you guys. I never want to leave you guys Santa Maria. I never want to leave you guys Santa Barbara. Whatever bad people did what they did to me has nothing to do with the goodness and the bonds I made with the good people. Let's get that clear. Whatever happened in California has nothing to do with the bonds, the friendship bonds, the mentor bonds I made with TAP TV, Santa Maria Television Network, and Santa Barbara. You're never going to have all good, but y'all were awesome to me. Thank you guys. And so now I'm gonna act like P. Diddy. Let me get in the middle. Hold on, you guys. I love you guys. I'm shutting down the studio and I'll play that live segment after that. Bye, Steven. Bye, y'all. Take care.